Well, that's what, like, as I'm getting mounted, I'm trying to get those frames in, right? Like, I'm not even trying to fight it, just...
Well, what does fighting that even mean?
Well, like, as the knee's sliding across, not trying to bring this up to do the stupid thing you don't like, you know?
You know, I mean...
You know what I mean? Like, I know, like, basically it's in that moment where I know he's mounting me, so I'm instantly looking for those frames.
Yeah, so when we were talking about the framing, right? Those frames... So, okay, I think you've separated two things that are actually combined. Framing is fighting it.
Okay.
Whatever your definition of fighting it and doing all this other wiggle stuff, that's just chaos in your mind. That's like resistance of white belt, resistance of I don't want to be mounted that you have to let go of.
Right.
Like, if you start to mount me at any point, right, however it is, I come here, however you start to mount me, I'm already started the same framing that I've got.
Yeah.
Whether it's here, sometimes I go here, right? And it's usually always down here. And the reason for that is, yes, I know my neck's exposed, but I have to get his legs. I have to recover some type of guard or something.
Right.
And I'm not going to do that if I'm trying to defend. This is impending death. If you're trying to defend in the neck, that's just you're waiting to die because you're not actually escaping. The escaping is happening down here.
And if you don't get your frames in place enough, they'll slide.
If he gets to mount, it slides up, and my arms are separate.
Because like here, if you get the frames in immediately, I can't.
Yeah, this is great for me. I'm already gone.
Yeah.
Right? I'm gone. But if you're here, and my hand's here, and then you drop your stomach down, now my hands are separate. This is bad for me.
Right.
And now I got to try this stuff, or most of the time I do machine gun, and get my first frame in together, and I try to gable grip in the center. Because once I get a gable grip, this is a new triangle. It's a new frame underneath. Because now once I gable, now I can and work myself down.
Right.
But people make the mistake, and they let their arms get separated. You can't let your arms get separated on bottom.
Yeah.
2 is stronger than 1.
Yeah.
Right? And 2 together is the best.
Because it's like I wasn't getting arms isolated. It was just at Ezekiel where they could just go for it. And
so your arms were still on the same side. Yeah.
Well, I'm saying they were tucked, like they weren't getting.
Yeah, so that's good, right?
Everything else.
But even if they're tucked, but they're on opposite sides, you still have the problem.
Yeah, because then you're trying to.
So then you pick a side, make the key or the tool, and then you machine gun. Anytime you're trapped with a heavy person, like here, lay down. You machine gun. That's how you get across here. All right. So like if I've got a big stomach or a big guy, right? Yeah. And what I mean by machine gun is, if you look at science, right? You know, I'm not a science guy, but I know enough about gravity that if I bump my hips up, right, we're going to come down at the same speed.
Right, but you have to multiple.
But if I bump my hips up and then I pull my hips down actively, I'll come down faster than the guy on top of me who's just landing. Mm-hmm. So it's in that bump that I'm getting the hand through. It's in that space I'm creating.
Right.
Right. So if I'm here and you got to get this hand across, bump. No, come back. Just keep your feet close and just like, it's like a ta-ta-ta-ta. Yes, that's it. So put your hand back on this other side. All right, now go ahead. There, now you've got the frame. All right, and now you can start and do your big turn, head to the ground. Yes, head down. All right, tuck on that elbow. There you go, catch. Bring the knee on the inside. Top one, yeah, I knew you were doing it from the weird side. Catch, foot up the ground. Lift my foot up. Yep, there you go. Come up. There you go. Then you got the path. So, the minute they go to mount, and if they get low mount, that's the best because now the minute he hits it, I've already got frame 1 and 2, and I'm already going. Right. Because the other thing is when those frames I was talking about, right? Remember how I did this and I was like, it's hard to push this arm down when you have the thumbs like this? So when I go like this and I catch his fabric, that's why I said palm up, and this one here, if he starts to drive up, he has to fight these 2 frames. Mm-hmm. If it's like this, it's easy for him. You tracking? So the minute I get here and he's low mount, it's going to be very hard for him because now he's going to have to fight that frame. And what do I hope he's doing? I hope he's going for my neck. I hope he's going for my neck. I want to go for my neck. I sometimes do like this. I take my fucking neck, right? Yeah. Because if he's going for my neck, he's got to lean his weight forward. It's going to make his base and legs lighter, right? And so as he's going for the neck, then I duck my chin. So I'm acting like I'm fighting it. And he's fighting even harder because he's like, I want to get this guy. I'm on mount. And then as he's doing that, I'm already taking him back the opposite. And then roll over the knee and come up and pass. Yeah?
Yeah.